Isn't it hypocritical of Congress to repeal the health care reform bill but not their own government health care? Now, I don't know how you can defend that as not hypocritical.
It's hypocritical.
You think they should have?
Repeal both.
Repeal both, really? You think they should have given up their health care?
Yeah. Congress should give up their pension, their health care, all those things.
Make you popular on Capitol. Ahead of Obama's address next Tuesday, what would you say the state of our union is?
It's in bad shape. And the reason for it is that we've been living high on the hog, beyond our means for 30 years, borrowing like there's no tomorrow, consumers, the government, and now we're at the point where we got to start paying our bills. And I think he ought to tell the American public, we're all in this together, we're going to have to make some sacrifices, and that needs to start at the top.
I think that we're in bad shape because the way that we solve our problems is sort of cramped. There needs to be a fight about different ways to approach the country's problems in which both sides are actually proposing real policies that would go some distance toward fixing those problems. And we're having two different debates. One thing about what the Democrats want to do, and the other side is about how the Democrats are evil. And we need to have two different takes on how to fix problems in the country. We don't have that.
I want to add, I feel like the dialogue has been so disingenuous, and it's simple. I call, recently I had a conversation with Roger Ailes. I speak to him all the time. I don't agree with anything. I'm far to the left, personally. I'm Dennis Kucinich, right? My shit is way, and that's my honest,
He's too moderate.
I feel, but I feel dialogue's important. I think the president could come into a reasonable season if there was genuine dialogue. I talked to Roger. I said one of the things that he has to get done is prison reform. There's these people that are diseased. They go to jail. They come home, and they're trained in criminal behavior. They destroy communities. Right. We cannot let this happen. This has to change. And here's a guy who's like completely ignorant to that idea. And he says, well, put him somewhere the fuck else. Put him somewhere else. Now, I'd prefer to send him home, send him to rehab. He said, give him a TV. Here's Roger Ailes says, give him a TV, right? Put him somewhere else. Instead of the population, instead of the violent population where they learn, no, what he meant was, put them somewhere else. Give them an opportunity to rehab somewhere else. It's jail, but it's not the same jail. They don't get trained in criminal behavior, and that solves your problem. So if you have no choice.
Where is it that you run into Roger Ailes?
Every time I'm in trouble, I got to call him for whatever reason it is. I call everybody. I get along with everyone. I get along with everyone. I get along with.
You were on Hannity the other night. I saw you on Hannity.
Yeah, well, Hannity's, the 15-minute interview that I wanted to cut properly for the 3 minutes, right? I needed him to fix that, right? But anyway, and he fixed it. I mean, I said what I wanted to say.
Let me add something
Hanny
to
said
this.
what he said, and it just sounded nutty, but he said. But it was a fun discussion. But anyway, the point I'm making is that we had a compromise. There was a compromise. They put him somewhere else. And there's the kind of dialogue that has to happen for the next 2 years in this country.
I hope he meant rehab.
Just like the lame duck.
Apparently he wants to be in an appliance store. And
No, he means like put him in another part of the prison that is more like a rehab, and where they have a different kind of treatment, and where they don't have to integrate with a violent population and become criminals. And that's kind of an answer. It's not the one I wanted, but I'll take it.
It's a conversation.
And that's what the president has to be able to do.
Let me tell you something to answer this question that was asked about the State of the Union. And you both said, it's not good. There was a president once who said that. Gerald Ford once started a State of the Union address by saying, the state of our nation is not good. Unimaginable.
Look what happened to him.
Unimaginable today. And that's part because of your boyfriend, Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, well, Jimmy Carter...
constant necessity to blow sunshine up the ass of the American people. No president, Democrat or Republican.
But
they need
want
truth.
Barack Obama to say what David Stockman said, that we're in deep doo-doo? I mean, people don't want to hear that from the president.
Maybe they don't want to hear it, but don't people need to hear things as opposed to what they want to hear?
Yeah, they need the truth, but you know what?
Well, the truth is we are in deep shit.
Yeah, but the economy's getting better. We're going to get more jobs. You know, we've got a Republican Congress now. Come on.
We're losing. How many jobs were we losing a month when he took office, and how many are we not losing now? I mean, it's like, it's not.
One more question. Do you think the amount of news coverage given to the Martin Luther King Day bombing attempt in Spokane, Washington, was fair? I don't.
It's amazing. The FBI...
Right, that was Times Square?
Yeah, exactly. The head of the FBI office in Spokane says this is the most This is a very serious bomb, could have killed a lot of people. It was the real deal. This was not a fake. Other law enforcement sources are saying it's the most sophisticated bomb they've ever seen in the United States.
Wow.
And it was at an MLK Day parade, and it was put in the right spot to kill a lot of people. It was almost an accident that it was found.
We sent 250 agents now to Tucson, Arizona. Why? Is this a whodunit? I think we got the guy. Why are there 250? That's so typical of our country, the way always fighting the last war, always throwing a giant force at a problem that doesn't need it.
There, we're fighting the wrong war. The whole border is now open criminal warfare because of the drug laws. And if we got rid of the drug laws, half of this problem would abate, and gun violence would abate as well.
Poverty breeds a lot of hate, but I want to say something. I'm the chairman of the Foundation for Ethical Understanding. I get research. And this country had been moving in a more tolerant direction for 10 straight years. This year, we took a giant step backwards. I mean, with the amount of Islamophobia, with the growing anti-Semitism, with the black, white, black, all of it has gone backwards. And this is, and I don't know if it's a direct response to, some would say President Obama, some would say it's poverty, for a lot of reasons. Some would say it was a Tea Party, and some would say it was Fox News. I mean, they say different shit. But it is really the truth that we are going, the tolerance level is going, it takes 1 second for things to shift in a way, unimaginable horrors can happen when a country takes this kind of shift and as quickly and as violently as it has.
All right, let's go get high with Roger Ailes.
Well, on Mexico, more people were killed in Mexican drug violence last year than in Afghanistan and Iraq combined.
Wow.
That's to me quite telling, and we're sort of ignoring it. We're pretending it's not happening. It goes to this point of, it's all beautiful.
It's not happening in Cabo, I know that. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Penn.